This is the second video from the Georgia O-Fest weekend of January 15th and 16th. There were actually races on the 14th and 17th, but I didn't do those. The 14th was a sprint race and the 17th was an extreme orienteering race. And this one is Sunday's race, which, as you'll find out, the weather was pretty bad for, but I really enjoyed it.
Somebody holding it up.
Start down that way?
And
It starts going to be down there, but there's no one down there yet.
well, which one?
Everything's two and that's not starting until 12 o'clock.
Yeah, but there's lemons that don't have them.
Michael Cooper.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
All right, he's a green X.
No, no.
Oh.
These two? Okay, so if you need me, just call me, but I'm gonna be here unless...
Thank you for helping out today.
Oh, sure. Well, I was supposed to do parking. I mean, you know, so it's like, we want everybody here to come help us with the World Games, so we're gonna come help you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Just getting wet. All right,
Yeah.
what course are you doing?
Green X.
Green X, there you go. The next beat, let's start and go.
Okay. Thanks for helping out today.
You're welcome.
Here's the map with the course printed on it. I'll show the relevant part of the map for each leg between the controls, what I decided to do, what I actually did, and then show the video of that part with my thoughts as I was going between the controls. First control was just go through the woods to pick up the trail and then use that to get near the control and then just navigate into the control. In reality, it worked out well, easily picked up the trail, carried on it, and then as I was nearing the control I could see the valley, so I cut off the trail there straight into the control. Because of the bad weather, so this is just a regular GoPro. Oh, it's hard to get going. There it is. And then due north out. the plan was just to go due south out of the first control and expect to use the large contour features to be able to navigate into the control. And that went according to plan. I could easily see the large valley on the right and then just navigate straight into the control. So nicely done. Well due south. I knew that. Should be just here. There it is. How's that for a spot on? 2 to 3 was going straight, easily spotting the big valley to the right on the first part of the leg. I was a bit concerned about whether I'd be able to maintain my bearing on the second half of the leg along that hillside, and whether I would end up high or low of the control and not know which way I was. The first half of the leg went along exactly as expected, and then for the second half it was actually very easy in the good visibility of the woods, even though it was snowing. Very easy to spot those boulders and then navigate towards the control. I did end up a little bit high, but I actually knew that, so overall not too bad. Down just a bit to the re-engine. There's stones. Just kind of follow the stones along. 34 is a nice long leg, but I'm not going to focus on that yet. Not going to be this re-entrant. It's going to be further along. Okay. There's the green. So I think it's just in here. I would say it was too high. Just not there. There it is. 38. Okay. 3 to 4 was a bit of a head scratcher. Route A, more or less straight, picking up the trail early on, marked as 1, and then going down a valley marked as 2, and then navigating carefully across the shallow valleys from there on in. Or Route B, which is the one I did choose, go further left down the valley, pick up the trail that I've marked as 3, and then follow the gentle spur marked as 4 and navigate your way in from there. In practice it went pretty well. I did have some challenges going down the path. I wasn't entirely sure exactly where I was. I couldn't find this knoll, which is a bit frustrating, but I did recognize the rocks and the small valley which led me on to the that long shallow spur, and I was able to spot the valley on the right easily, follow that, or at least keep that in my mind, saw the rootstock, and from there was able to go straight to the control, which was easy to see from a long way off because the control was on the near side of the knoll rather than the far side, so in the good visibility of the woods it was easy to see from a long way away. Hopefully there'll be a trail on the right. Can we get to that trail? There it is. Where's that knoll? There be rocks here. Yeah, rocks there. Due north. Up. Yeah, little valley to the right. So you could try going straight and just being careful with the navigating. I chose to go on a more left route, starting going down the valley, picking up the trails, and then just cutting off the trail near the end. I think in practice going straight would have been faster, as long as you don't mess up the navigation. And the green patch early on shouldn't really be an issue because this light green stuff was pretty easy to run through. So I think I made the wrong choice. Okay, so having decided that I probably made the wrong choice, I followed it very well and got down to the valley, picked up the trail, followed the trail around, cut off the trail, saw the rootstocks near the control, and then navigated straight into control from there. See if I can find that trail. And a bunch of ditches. Alright. Plugging out to the east. You get to the stream. Oh, well, look, 61. It's a pit. It's along here. 61. I decided to go around the little hill, pick up the trail, and then go off straight up the hill to the control, thinking that if I missed the control I'd be able to relocate on the hilltop and get back into it. So I started going around the hillside towards the path, but I didn't go right initially. Went down to the stream, got a bit confused, but figured it out very quickly what I was doing wrong. Got onto the path, followed the path. As the path started going downhill, I then went straight up the hill, and as it turned out, I ended up going straight into the control, so that was pretty good. Mistake. Gonna be a big climb ahead. going down. Some going up. I'm going to go straight for it, and if I miss it, relocate me on top of the hill.
Rough climb.
God, I wish I was 40 years younger. I would be going up this thing so much faster. Oh, got straight to it. So start by going straight up and over and down the hill to the path, but then do you stay going straight or do you go around the path? And I kept changing my mind until I finally got to the path when I decided that it would be faster for me to run around the path, so that's what I did. So going up and over that hilltop, it was snowing the hardest and looked the prettiest, even though the weather was bad. Got to the trail, went around the trail, followed the big trail, got to the small trail, down the hill on the small trail, reached the corner point, and then go straight to the control, which was actually visible almost from the point I left the path. So that worked out fine. Over the hill. Certainly looks pretty. Oops. Oh, that was tempting. The left lace is undone. I just think this was going to be faster than trudging through the woods. I can see the flag already. 7 to 8 the plan was just to go straight, contours around the hillside a little bit, and I assumed I could, if I didn't pick up that control straight away, it would be pretty easy to find using the contour features near the control. So that's mostly what happened in practice. I did end up a little bit too far to the right of the control, but I spotted it very quickly near the end. Boulder, where are you? There. I started thinking I was going too far left. I wasn't going far enough. Eight to 9 the plan was just to go straight, using the big contour features to navigate by, and nearer the control I was sure I could pick up that big sort of spur and get into the control from there. Basically went as planned. I was a little too far to the right of the control, but only by a few meters or yards depending on how you measure things, and so it wasn't much time lost at all, just a few seconds. 9 to 10, plan was just to go straight using the features I could navigate by. A little concerned whether I'd have any trouble finding the control in fairly open woodland. 10 to 11, just go straight again and then run hard to the finish. So it went pretty much as planned. Very easy to pick off the initial features, and I was actually able to use the valley to the left of Control 10 to kind of guide myself into it. And 10 to 11 was just a case of straight running or jogging, because I was going pretty slow by this point. And then once you get 11, just use up all the rest of your energy to run to the finish line.
There are certainly people saying that for the same.
So I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, hit the like button if you can. That's it for now.